Welcome to the Style and Grace podcast, maintaining mental health and tackling real life issues with honesty and compassion. Where style meets substance and grace meets real life experiences. Hey, y'all. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the Style and Grace podcast. I'm your host, Whitney Victoria, and today's episode is special because I'm sitting down with someone who represents a new generation of young men navigating identity, influence, ambition, and purpose in real time. He's a marketing creative, fashion influencer, model, a recent graduate of the University of South Carolina with a degree in mass communication and a minor in PR and advertisement. But beyond the titles and accomplishments, this conversation is going to be about growth. We're talking social media, mental health, opportunities, and all those great things. And not only that, he is my little brother, and I am so proud of him. So, y'all, let's welcome Hakeem, the Dream Cain. What's up, gang?
What up, twin? What up, twin?
How are you doing today?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. Glad to see another day. So, you know
Yeah,
me.
I do. Hakeem, I am so proud of you. I really, really am. Not as your big sister, but honestly, Hakeem, you inspire me. You really are a creative genius, and I am so excited for the world to just witness you, all the great things you're doing, and all the places that you are growing. So I'm excited about that. So let's get into it. I ain't gonna hold you because you are a busy young man.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's do
so
it. Let's do it.
let's get into it. So, Hakeem, who are you becoming in this season of your life?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I just try to get better at least 1% a day. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's no certain thing I want to get better in, but as long as I'm getting better day by day, that's my main goal. Whether that's content, life, friendships, relationships, no matter what it is, just being able to grow somehow, some way in each aspect of my life. If that answers your question.
It does. It really, really does. And you know what? I went right into the questions, right? I should have said, Hakeem, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, you covered most of it, but your baby brother, I love clothes. I don't know, I just love fashion. Also, I just love any type of art, whether that's music, painting, anything in the art realm. I just love seeing how like anything artistic can show a story, tell a story. Whether that's music, whether that's TV shows, documentaries, anything like that. I just enjoy like creating, also like just watching in itself, and also just seeing like I like being around creative people and just seeing like their perspectives on life and just the art of itself too. So
Same.
just seeing like why people do what they do and how they do it, and like how it can help better me and what I do as well.
I love it. I love it. I love it, Kim. So look, going back to USC,
Mm.
what made you choose the University of South Carolina and how did that decision like shape you being like your experience at USC?
Honestly, I wasn't gonna go to USC at first. A lot of people don't know this, but I played baseball in high school. Like long story short, I got an offer from Morris College in Sumter. I was gonna go there. Things didn't go as planned after I signed. I ended up taking a gap year. Then I was working two jobs, working at Jimmy Jazz, it's called Snipes now, and also working at Lowe's. So I was just doing that for like the year, saving up some money for school, and then I ended up just like applying for USC because also two of my other siblings also went to USC for a short time period. So I was like, they said they like the school, so I might as well try out, see if they're gonna accept me. They accepted me. And then also I already had a lot of like classmates and older friends that went from Wilson. Also my high school went from Wilson to USC. So I knew a few people there anyway. So it wasn't like I was going to a university I didn't know anybody. Well, it was pretty cool, like going to USC freshman year, great experience. I ended up because since I didn't go to Morris to play baseball, I ended up like just finding the club baseball team at USC. Great experience. Like, I met a lot of my teammates from New York, New Jersey, Texas, California, all over the country. Honestly, like that's one of my biggest things I did at USC was like being on a club baseball team, and it's like doing a lot of traveling. Like we traveled from all the way down from Virginia down to Florida, even over to Louisiana as well. So also still fighting for like that type of like that title as well. So it was cool, and you still get like that same competitive spirit. Uh, Also, definitely like the black community at USC because it's PWI, so the community ain't but so big at this school. Cause we have over, I want to say, a little less than 40K students. I think it was like 38,000, something in that realm. So like, having that black community at the PWI, like, it really meant a lot to me because, like, I was able to see myself on this campus, and not just and, like, being able to, like, at least see myself on this campus when I didn't think I belonged at the
Mm,
beginning. 'Cause especially, like, going into classes, like, it's only, like, 1 if 2 black people in my classes, and, like, the class is, like, 40 plus deep. So it's like, I'm walking into classes like, "Dang, I wonder if I'm getting looked at." It doesn't matter, but it's like, it's the fact that, like, I know I'm getting looked at because I stand out more than everybody else. Cause like, you're a black African American kid, like, walking
right.
in a I don't know, I feel like it's but also, like, I love standing out also because that mean, like, people are gonna be looking for you whether it's good or a bad thing. I don't know, I just feel like them my 2 main things I did at USC, and I'm glad I did. Cause like, not only me meeting that black community also, like, transpired into, like, me meeting a lot of my close friends I have now, and that also transpired through clothes. A lot of my friends, our first conversation was about a shirt that they had on, or a pair of pants, a pair of shoes they had on, and from there on, we went into making content, just hanging out. It's like, this showing that, like, we don't gotta be like everybody try to be quote unquote cool, but I feel like we try to be cool, you really lame, man, today. But, like, that's a whole another conversation I don't wanna talk about. But nah, man, I really feel like having that community at USC, like, it made the experience more than what it was.
Mhm. Mhm. I love that, and you curated relationships with your baseball team, and that exceeds, just the baseball season. Because Hakeem,
Yeah,
one thing you know how to do, you know how to establish and curate relationships, and it really does help bring opportunity.
you
Now,
got to.
I do wanna get into this. Now, you talked about fashion.
Mhm,
To my audience, let me tell y'all, every time I'm out and I see someone that has on a USC shirt, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, my little brother Hakeem," at the time he was going to USC, and I would say, "My little brother Hakeem goes to USC, do you know him?"
mhm.
And they're like, "Oh my gosh, yes, who doesn't know him?"
Ooh.
So, Hakeem, you really made your mark at USC, especially when it comes to the fashion. So let's get
Mhm.
into that. How did your love for fashion even come about?
Well, you know this answer for real, but I'm like, I tell this story in every podcast I do. Like, people don't know, like, me and Whitney, like, at one point, me and you was not cool, gang. Like, we was not rocking with each other. Like, after we got through that little phase we had with, like, you really inspired me. Like, I tell you this almost every day. Like,
He
you
does.
inspired me so much. Like, the way you never cared about what you wore because, like, you knew you can wear it regardless, and nobody could tell you that you didn't have it on. So, like, seeing you do that when I was younger, it's like, dang, like, I wanna do the same thing my sister did, like, so I started, getting dressed, getting fly, and I'm like, and 'cause at one point, of course, we're all human, so, like, at first you're gonna think, "I wonder what that person think I'm doing," like, "I wonder if that person likes my outfit." But it's like, seeing you, like, grow even now, like, you're putting together patterns and everything, and that really showed me, like, it doesn't matter what nobody else is thinking, like, if you like the fit, you like it, like, it doesn't matter if
Mhm.
anybody else doesn't like it. It's only because if you like it, it doesn't matter. 'Cause one thing I do now that I really like resonate with, once I put the fit on and walk out my door and lock the door, like, I know I got it on. You can't tell me I don't have it on at all. You can
Mhm.
hate my fit, that's okay. Like, personally, I'd rather you don't like my fit than like it personally.
I
Now we living in that like their life rent free. So I don't know. It's
seriously.
it's good. It's pretty cool to do that. So I would say
What
you.
I do love about you, Kim, is you know how back in the day, and this is a plug. So my brother you were the director of the fashion show,
Mhm.
that they had at USC not too long ago.
Yeah.
And what I love is how you captured, like, fashion, from the '80s and '90s, and you saw how they used to dress up every day.
Yeah. That's
Hakeem
cool, man.
Hakeem, you give that. You dress up every day. It just reminds me of, Deion Sanders. If you look good, you feel good. If you
I'm
feel good,
telling you.
you play good. If you play good, they pay good. So it's
Mhm.
all about really just showing up as your best self. And, we got into the fashion. So now social media. I feel like you are a social media star. I'm just waiting for the world to really catch up, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And just know I'm supporting you. So, when did you realize social media could actually create real opportunities for you?
Honestly, I've been doing content since I wanna say like 2020, but when I started, like, getting some crazy numbers, it was like 2023, the January of 2023. Once the new year hit, I was like, of course I was posting every day, like, or twice a day, but once, like, that first week of January hit, I was getting a lot of, like, just deals, like, people just sending me stuff just 'cause, like, they seen my post, and it's like,
Mhm.
so I don't know, I feel like I be oblivious sometimes, so, like, what I be doing or, like, my influence, I just be doing what I like to do. Social media is like, ooh, I just be doing it because like, I just like to do it, like, whether people
Mhm.
like it or not. So it's like seeing how, like, me recording a 15-second or 20-second video of me doing an outfit or me just living my normal life, like, people wanting to be a part of that is just so cool to me. So I would ever say, like, to that 2023, beginning of that year, and it just went up from there, like, numbers was pretty cool. I met a lot of people, and like you saying, like, I love meeting new people in this in, like, this in the art form. Like,
Yeah,
whether you're a musician, actor, it doesn't matter what it is, creator, director, movie director, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't know, I just love seeing people do what they love to do. And it's
yeah,
like being in that I feel like when you're around people that enjoy what they like to do, and it's also the same thing you like to do, you're going to grow no matter what. Yeah, it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but it's gonna happen. Cause
for
I
sure.
really I'm big on like God put that passion in your heart or that idea in your head for a reason. Like
Mhm.
it's not there just cause.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And with that, Keem, what pressures do you feel come with being seen as the image people to expect?
I'll really say for me, my biggest pressure is probably like people thinking just because I post every day or twice a day, or just because like I'm always dancing and laughing that I don't going through like real hardships. But
Mhm.
it's like I'm big on yeah, I may have a bad day today, but that don't mean I have a bad day tomorrow. And also I'm big on I don't like putting my moods on other people because like misery loves company and like I don't like doing that, adding on to people's life. So everybody has their own bad days. So it's like I feel like my biggest pressure is, I guess, being able to at least feel my emotions sometimes. 'Cause I feel like sometimes I do suppress them and like try to like help my friends in their time of need. 'Cause I feel like that's the way to like make me feel better. But I guess like trying to hone in on my own hardship sometimes and actually like feeling instead of just like I guess coping. That'd be my biggest hardship or pressure right now. Trying to
Mm.
get over that hump, you know?
Keem, that's so good because that was gonna be my next question for you. And y'all, I have not sent Keem these questions. I wanna get into this with you saying that, with you going through hardships and you're trying to hold it together, which you don't have to do, right?
Right, right,
Mom
right.
did that, how we do our check-ins.
For
But
sure.
do you feel like you have space to be vulnerable, or do you feel like you have to have it held together all the time?
I don't know. I feel I know I have people to talk to or like or like spaces I can be vulnerable in. I also know how I am. So it's like, yeah, I know I can be vulnerable with you or whoever the case may be. But it's like also I'd be so worried about you being worried about me because I know how you
Mm,
feel about me. So it's like it's kind of like that kind of battle between like myself of like, yeah, I can be vulnerable, but like, don't be too sad, quote unquote, too sad, because like, I don't want you to worry about, like we're not in the same city no more. So it's like, I can't just pull up on you like you're, you know what I'm saying, hour
mhm,
plus away. So I know I have those spaces to be vulnerable. Sometimes I really do hone in on like everything's gonna be okay. It may be the worst thing you think possible that's going on in your life, but somehow, some way, I know it's gonna be okay. So that's why I really be like, I ain't gonna say getting through it. I'll be like, yeah, it may be a terrible time right now, but tomorrow I might have the best day of my life. My hardships as the glass half full and we trying to find positives in the hardships that I know I can't get through. Cause it's been times I'm calling you, I don't want to do X, Y, Z. And then, like, it's like I know I'm gonna get through it, but it's like, dang, when I'm gonna get through it. But like
mhm.
we don't know like when we're gonna get through it. But you have to have that faith, understand you're gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? Just pray about it and like pray to God for real. Like, and it's okay. And I don't like this sitting in sadness. Like I actually cannot do that because like at that point you're just digging a deeper hole that you can't get yourself out of.
Mhm.
So I
I
don't know.
always say, "Feel how you feel, but don't sink in it."
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
feel
take that.
how you feel, but don't seek in it, and I think too, Hack, we've had these conversations where me being the eldest sometimes, it's kinda
Mhm.
like, you know, I wanna make sure that you're good, and you're just like, "Well, no, I don't wanna," basically tell you what's going on. No, be vulnerable enough to say,
Mm,
"Hey, with," or whoever you can find in, you know what I'm saying? Because you deserve a vulnerable space too. Even if you wanna talk to a therapist, okay?
yeah, that's
You have
real.
insurance, so use that insurance, brother, okay?
Mm.
So what does mental health look like for you? And what do you do to take care of your mental health, King, as a young Black man?
Honestly, I've been like big on because at one point, like, I really didn't like I ain't gonna say I didn't care about mental health, but, like, I always, like, be like, "Man, that's not a real thing." But it's like, now, like, me being older and, like, actually, like, me going through, like at one point in the fall, bro, I thought the world was gonna end, bro. Like, I feel like everything was hitting me left and right, but I really started journaling. That's one of my big things, like and being able to open up, cause you know me, like, I never really, like, cared to talk about my feelings, cause like, you know how that is, but
Yeah, we know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But, like, I don't know, I feel like now I'm able to, like, open up and, like, at one point, I feel like I could even, like I would feel something, but I wouldn't know how to explain it, and it's like, at one point when I feel like I couldn't explain, I get more irritated because like, I'm feeling this way about this situation. It's like, 1, I don't know, I feel like I can't talk to nobody, and 2, I feel like I'd be bothering people. So it's like, I feel like now, like, mental health now is I'm big on, like, journaling and being able to talk to people now, and if not even talking to people, just finding a new hobby. Like, I know
Mhm.
one thing I did pick up, like, in the fall was me skating again, like, me
Yeah.
roller skating again now. I don't know, and I love listening to jazz music. If I'm having, like, a okay day and I'm in a slump, like, I sometimes I just sit on the porch and listen to music and
Yeah.
just journal. Cause sometimes I feel you just need to take yourself away from the situation, just sit down in some peace and
Yeah.
and just hear the birds chirping, I feel like that's one thing that's a few things I've been doing to, like, better my mental health since, like, uh, I wanted to I don't know, at least being able to better myself. 'Cause I feel like that's one thing I really needed to work on was, like, being able to talk about my feelings, cause that's never been a thing I was, like, able to do for real.
And you've grown so much in that area. You really, really
Appreciate it, gang.
let's go into this. What kind of man are you intentionally building yourself into?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm building myself. I feel to be a vulnerable man. 'Cause I feel in society now, we're as men, we're looked at to never be vulnerable,
Mhm.
to never show emotions, and I feel like that's a problem in itself because if us as a society want men to never show emotions, that trickles down to their kids and
Mhm.
then the workplace and
Mhm.
then their own relationships as well with your spouse or your girlfriend or your fiance or wife, you know what I'm saying? I feel I'm just trying to teach myself to be more vulnerable, be more open, and not being afraid to just talk about my feelings, man. Like, everybody say they want men to talk about their feelings, but it's like I feel like now men don't have spaces to talk about their feelings,
Yeah.
you know? So I guess it's trying to be more open and vulnerable about my situations because I think I be trying to be all tough dog and like thug it out, but sometimes like you can't thug it out. You gotta feel, you know.
Mhm.
So I guess you're trying to find that balance and being able to feel and also get through hardships without. And also, I don't really like complaining. So I be trying to like find that balance of talking about what's going on, but not dwelling on what's going on.
Love it. So, Kim, how how you said that you feel men don't have spaces like that? Well, I feel like they do, but
Mm,
maybe like in your area, maybe you can be the resolution to a problem. Maybe you can create spaces. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
For that, because one thing about you, you can curate spaces for people to feel safe. So maybe you should think about that if that's something that you would be interested in.
I'm not looking at that though for
You
real.
should. You really, really should. And then maybe have like, um, therapist or a black therapist to come
Mm.
in and you make do a panel, anything
I feel
like
like with that'd be a cool thing too. Have a visit with a therapist, but I know I have a lot of friends that go to therapists and they feel more
and your
comfortable
sister
saying
don't
people.
your sister is a big advocate of therapy.
Yeah, you are. So it's like seeing my friends, they be more comfortable talking to a person that looks like them than like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I guess that'd be a good space too. 'Cause I feel like, I don't know, like it's kind of quote unquote like out of the ordinary for like men to go to therapists, I feel like. And I hate that, you know what I'm saying?
no, for
Cause
sure.
like, cause I feel like men can go to therapists. No, it don't have to be a therapist, but like just being able to talk to someone,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like that I feel
Absolutely.
that's a perfect start. Cause with me, like, and you know me, I wasn't able to talk like to talk at all about my feelings. I just get through it. Like whatever happens, happens, right? But it's
Mhm.
like now I'm able to like talk to my friends or talk to you more about how I feel. I feel that's a stepping stone to actually going to a therapist, you know? So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
just
keep doing
find
the
those
work,
stepping
young man.
stones.
Keep doing the work, young man.
I ain't got
So
no choice.
Exactly. So outside of getting your degree in mass communication and
Mhm.
minor in PR and advertising, Imma say it again, he got his degree from the University of Carolina.
Big degree, for
Has a
real.
big degree in mass communication with a minor in PR and advertising, right? So outside of that, what is something else that you are proud of that you've accomplished?
Honestly, I'm proud okay, this Triple AAAS fashion show, that was one of my biggest accomplishments, like, a lot of people, like, if you know me, you know I do a lot of creative direction, so it's like, I've done that, but not that wide scale, so, like, being over 40, like, 40 plus members, worrying about lights, worrying about making the show look good, like, all the animation videos, I cut them, I crop all that stuff, I did the voice audio, so I don't know, just seeing that whole show come to life was just so crazy. And if y'all don't know, like the show is called The Black Print. This showing how like the black community is the blueprint in society, and they show that in different aspects of society, whether that's the workplace, like dressing as in Sunday's best, this like the pop of culture when it comes to like hip hop and that type of style, and just be that, and also like doing like just being in the gray spaces because of us as black people, like we're trying to get in these quote unquote white spaces, but they're not for black people. So we make it our space, which is called the gray space. So I don't know. I feel like that was my biggest accomplishment. This showing that we are as black people are the blueprint for a lot of stuff that goes on in the world. And like that's something that needs to be shown and talked about every single day. Because I feel like everything that we do, man, like it gets overshadowed. Like we have to work 40 times harder to get the same result as another, you know what I'm saying? Which
Mhm.
isn't fair at all. But I feel that's my biggest, like, I don't know, accomplishment especially this past year, doing that whole show, and I also have my committee and stuff, but me seeing my idea come from, like, me showing it at the beginning to the president and to seeing the actual show put together, whether it's the outfits, the lighting, the audience, like, it was a crazy turnout with the audience, that really meant a lot, and just seeing, like, my family, like, of course, you know, you was there, but, like, seeing mom, dad, all them there, like, it really meant a lot, just seeing, like, it really came together when some nights, you know, I'll call your phone, like, "I don't know, gang, like, this might not be for me," but it turned out good, so I feel like that's my biggest thing, like, I did at USC, I feel like,
That
so
was amazing, King. That was a wonderful show. The way you directed it, from the models, the guys and the girls, from beginning to end, it was a perfect production. And I'm not just saying that because you're my brother. Kim, you really are a creative. I wouldn't even be surprised if you're interning or working with Spike Lee
we
or
on the way, man, we on the
Ava
way.
DuVernay, Shonda Rhimes. You are a creative, and I really pray that God really shows you how good it can get. So just stay consistent. Well,
Much
first of all,
love.
stay prayed up and stay consistent. And faith without works is dead. And one thing you're gonna do, King, you are gonna put in the work. So just keep doing what you're doing. I have two more questions, then I'm gonna let you
Oh,
go.
for sure, no, that's good, yeah, yeah, anything.
I know we can't, predict the future or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
5 years from now, what does success look like for Hakeem Cain?
Dang, 5 years? Oof. Would I be 29, 5 years from now? Honestly, though, I really see myself over a fashion show at New York Fashion Week, though.
Mm,
I'm really honing in on that a lot. I really wanna do that, and also, I'm really in the season of creating videos, like, long-term, like, short videos, so I really wanna start doing a more creative direction, doing big commercials, and
yes.
just being able to see if they get seen by big brands like Nike, like, doing a Nike ad or a Nike commercial, and then shooting it with my friends, and that's the thing, I have so many friends, we love doing the same stuff, and that really means a lot to me because I just love being around people that have the same mindset. Like, ain't nothing wrong working a 9 to 5, but also I know I'm a creative.
Exactly.
That's not where I'm about to stay at. Like I know for a fact that's not where I'm gonna be at. Like, yeah, you gotta do that now, to get your, get the money in, all that stuff. But
Mhm.
like that's not my end goal. Like I wanna be able to wake up, create that, and go on about my day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but of course you gotta put the work in. So, I'm just honing in, doing all my freelance stuff now. But in the next 5 years, I promise you that's one thing that will happen.
Yes.
It's in that creative directive scene, like, no matter what it is, whether that's on the sports side or the fashion side, because people don't know this, like, I have a mass communications major, but my concentration in that is sports media. So it's like, I hone in on sports as well, but people don't really like, yeah.
I
But
got
I don't
you.
know, but that's definitely something cool. I would love to work with, like, sneaker brands, though, like, sneaker commercial, that'd be so cool to create. I just feel like
I
I
can see
have
you
so
doing
many
that.
ideas to do it, you know?
Yeah, I can definitely see you doing that, and we're gonna declare and decree, okay?
Oh, for sure.
Gonna declare and decree. So, what's next for Hakeem right now?
Right now, honestly, I'm big on doing more concept shoots. I have 5 photographers in my rotation, top 5 in the world, merch. But, yeah, I'm really big on, like, doing concept shoots. So I wanna do more than just fit pics, 'cause fit pics cool and all, but I wanna, like, shoot stuff that means something, like, that tells a story through the lens instead of, like, me just doing a random fit pic, you know? So I've been working on that, doing more concept stuff, working with my photographers and getting that in order. Also, like, a lot of people, like, ask me when I'm gonna start a clothing brand, like, that's something I'm working on this year as well. Just working on my designs, but that's something I don't wanna rush, cause like, one thing I'm big on, especially you know me, if it has my name on it, nah, like, it can't be, like, half worked on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be
Mhm.
rushed, it can't look rushed, because you can tell when something looks rushed and something, like, looks people take time in it, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I can
I guess
definitely
that's
see
my
all
2
that.
big things I'm working on right now.
I love that, and I'm excited for what's to come. And this is my last and final question for you.
For sure.
What is one thing you're unlearning right now, and what is one thing you're standing on moving forward?
One thing I'm unlearning, I guess not trying to be too hard on myself. That's my biggest con I feel about myself. Like I'm my biggest hater and ain't nothing wrong with that. But like sometimes my hate really turns into me thinking I'm not good enough to what I actually love to do. So I'm unlearning that. And one thing I'm standing on is continuing to create no matter what. I feel like that's one thing I've been honing in on, like, no matter what it is, no matter what's going on, I'm going to create, whether that's videos, whether that's pictures, whether that's clothes I'm creating. So, like, I don't know, I just wanna keep honing on just create. Like, that's really been my phrase for, like, the past year and a half, like, just create. No matter what it is, just create it because that idea has been put in my head for a reason, so now I have to do it. I'm big on if I don't do it, somebody else gonna get the idea, and then they're gonna do it, and then you're gonna look back and regret and be like, "I shoulda just did it then," you know? So, yeah.
Hakeem, I am so proud of you. And I'm just excited to see all the great things that you're going to be doing. And thank you for being a guest on the show. I'm excited for my audience to learn about you. I'm excited for them to follow you in your journey because I am going to put his links in the show notes. And
Yeah.
I appreciate
Tap
you.
in. Tap in
Tap
with me.
tap in, tap
I make
in.
clothes too if y'all need something made, like
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He is the best. He is the absolute best. And yeah, Kim, I appreciate you and I am proud of you. And y'all, the Grace Gathering is happening August
you.
2026. So be there. You don't want to miss it. The Grace Gathering 2.0, August 22nd, 2026. That information will be in the show notes as well. And y'all know how we do. Here's where style meets substance and grace meets real life experiences. Until next time. Love y'all.